Hey guys, it's Haley and Steve here from Top Guns in Terre Haute, Indiana. And I have a question for you. So as a newer shooter, when I go into different gun stores, it really just depends on where I go as to whether or not they recommend I use a revolver or a semi-auto. And I know there are pros and cons to both, but I'm curious as to what those are and what you'd recommend.
You know, it's a great question. We get it almost daily in the gun shop. I would say that first and foremost, we need to ask more questions before we can really assess the situation and figure out which is the best direction to go. Each individual is going to have different needs. And so one of those things that I personally want to know is what level of experience the individual has. Number one, they might be used to shooting a revolver or a semi-auto. And number two is if they have no experience, then what level of commitment they're willing to make going forward. Are they going to take any training courses? Are they going to shoot on a semi-regular basis, maybe at least once or twice a month at the minimum? And if the answer is no, then that would take me a different direction than versus if the answer is yes. So let's look at both systems and see what some of the advantages and disadvantages are. I always like to make the comparison because most of us have driven an automatic transmission vehicle, and most of us have driven, or many of us have driven, a manual transmission or stick shift.
Correct.
So if you are driving a stick shift, I would equate that to a semi-auto handgun. There's more going on here. There's more pedals. You got the gear shifter, and so there's a lot going on. And if you're under stress, especially like you're driving that manual transmission vehicle and a car pulls out in front of you, sometimes we tend to overreact or not react properly, and so the engine stalls or we do something and we end up getting in an accident as a result because our mind was not able to process and think our way through that. A semi-auto handgun can be similar. If we are not prepared, we can cause that thing to stall, and if we don't know how to clear it, if we have a malfunction, then it could potentially cost us our lives or someone else their lives. And so we need to be cognizant that, look, if we're dealing with a more complicated machine, it takes a little more time to become proficient with it. But if you're going to go race, like you're going to the Indy 500, there's a reason those guys use manual transmissions. They are very good at what they do. They've got hundreds of hours in, and it's a more efficient machine. Same thing is potentially possible with a semi-auto. Not to mention they do carry more rounds. They're a little bit slimmer in size or in the width, and so for those reasons, I do like a semi-auto. A revolver. If someone said, "Look, and I don't recommend that people do carry guns without training a little bit, but it happens, right?" And so if someone said, "Look, I'm just going to load a gun. It's going to be in my house, and I don't have kids around, and I just want something there in case somebody breaks in. I just want to be able to point and pull the trigger and I want to go bang." A revolver is more like an automatic transmission vehicle. You have a gas pedal, you have a brake pedal. You have a gas, you have a brake. I hate to make it that simple, but it is a simpler machine. So it's a little bit easier to operate at close range if you're not having to be proficient at longer distances. Again, I'm going to get some hate messages off of this. I don't mean to minimize, because I know guys that shoot revolvers that are phenomenal and they can outshoot a lot of us with semi-autos, okay?
Absolutely.
But so I definitely don't mean to minimize how proficient and efficient you can be with a revolver. But as far as the ease of use of the machine itself, I believe a revolver lends itself towards being a little more accommodating for the learning curve for someone who really doesn't want to train much at all. I would hate to put somebody, because I see it too frequently where people are in semi-autos, they don't train, and they don't know how to chamber their firearm. They don't know if the safety's on or off. They don't know how to clear their firearm. They don't know what the slide stop does or how it functions. There's just a lot of confusion, a lot of levers and buttons there, so sometimes we tend to get a little mixed up. Long answer to a short question. I don't know if I hit everything, and I hope you guys will help out, not hatefully, but just put some stuff down there to help answer Haley's question. And not just Haley, but I'm sure there's a lot of other new viewers and new shooters that would love to know which direction they should go, because there's no question when you go into a gun shop, it's toss of a coin as to whether you're going to get a sales representative that wants to say a revolver versus a semi-auto, and they're going to give you an argument that favors their particular perspective. So it's good to get information on both sides.
Yeah. And it is absolutely important that, you give us your feedback as well. Let us know if there are some things that you agree with Steve on, maybe some things that you would add. That way, myself and everybody else watching can get a little more knowledge.
We know
too.
they'll never disagree with me though, right?
Hopefully not. But thanks again for watching. If you would like, comment, share, hit the bell in the corner. That way you can be notified the next time that we have a video.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. Take care.